Ever wonder what really happens after you check into a hotel? Beyond getting your key card? Well, your vacation is just starting, but so is another totally hidden journey. Let's pull back the curtain on the secret life of your hotel bill. Just think about it for a second. You drop your bags, maybe you head down to the bar, order some room service. All the while, the hotel is meticulously keeping tabs on every single charge. How do they even do that?
It turns out, while you're on your physical journey enjoying the hotel, a parallel financial journey kicks off right alongside you. It's this whole hidden process that shadows you from the moment you arrive.
And this journey isn't random. It follows a map. It's called the front office accounting cycle. And it's a really simple three-part loop: creation, maintenance, and settlement. It perfectly mirrors your own stay, from saying hello at the front desk to waving goodbye.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. The moment you check in, or even when you just make a reservation, the hotel opens up a brand new financial record, and it's all yours. This record has a name. It's called a folio. And honestly, the best way to think about a folio is like a financial diary for your stay. Every single transaction, from the big room charge to that tiny snack from the minibar, gets its own entry right here. Now, not all accounts are created equal. As a guest staying overnight, you have what's called a guest account. But let's say a local business is hosting a big event there. They would use a non-guest account, which is often called a city account, for all their charges.
All right, on to phase two. You're all settled in, you've ordered dinner, so how does the cost of that burger find its way into your financial diary?
Every service you use gets recorded as something called a debit, and it's immediately posted to your folio. That room rate, the spa treatment, the movie you rented, each one is a new line item, updating your total balance in pretty much real time.
So, how does that information physically get from the restaurant all the way to your account at the front desk? Well, it travels via these things called vouchers. You can think of them as little financial messengers, scurrying from wherever you made the purchase right back to the front desk to update that diary of yours.
For example, let's say you decide to pay for something with cash right at the front desk. They'll fill out a cash voucher just like this one to make a record of that payment, or credit, to your account. But vouchers do more than just record charges. Say the hotel gives you a complimentary breakfast to make up for a small issue. An allowance voucher is created to document that discount, making sure your bill gets adjusted correctly. They're also how third parties communicate with the hotel. If you booked your room through a travel agency, that agency sends the hotel a voucher. It's basically a promise, a guarantee that says, hey, don't worry, we're covering the cost of this stay.
And all of this brings us to the final and probably most familiar part of the whole journey, checking out. It's time to close the financial diary.
From the cashier's point of view, it's a pretty simple three-step dance. First, they print out your final folio and hand it to you for review. Second, they're there to answer any questions you might have about a charge. And finally, they process your payment.
And you've usually got a few ways to settle up. You've got your classic cash or credit card, of course, or the bill might be sent directly to your company. You can even split the payment, part on a card, part in cash.
But here's the thing. No matter how you choose to pay, the mission is always the same: to bring that final account balance to exactly zero. That final step is what officially closes your financial diary and wraps up the entire cycle. So, we've followed the journey of one bill. Now let's zoom out. How in the world does a hotel manage hundreds of these financial diaries all at once? They do it with something called a guest ledger. You can think of it as the master file, or maybe a library that holds every single active folio, every single financial diary, for every guest who is currently checked into the hotel.
And here's what one actually looks like inside a hotel system. It's a live, running list of all the in-house guests, their room numbers, and, most importantly, their current balance. It's basically the hotel's financial command center.
But remember those non-guest accounts we talked about earlier? They live in a separate place called the city ledger. This is where the hotel keeps track of all the money owed by outside companies, travel agents, or even guests who've already left but have special billing arrangements. So when you put the guest ledger, all the current guests, together with the city ledger, all the outside accounts, you get the hotel's entire financial big picture. It's a complete look at all the money coming in.
So why does any of this matter? Why this whole elaborate system? Well, it comes down to three really simple but crucial things. 1, financial accuracy, to make sure your bill is 100% correct. 2, guest trust, because clear, error-free billing just makes everyone feel better. And 3, revenue control, which is just a fancy way of saying it helps the hotel stay in business.
So the next time you're standing at that front desk, ready to head home, take a closer look at that piece of paper they hand you. Are you just going to see a bill, or are you going to see the final page of a secret financial journey that you never even knew you were on?